Well, business leaders from around the world are meeting in Davos, Switzerland for this year's World Economic Forum. And Yahoo Finance's Alexis Christoforus sat down with Verizon CEO Hans Vestberg and got his take on the future of 5G technology. Take a listen.
I'm joined now by Hans Vestberg, CEO of Verizon, the parent company of Yahoo Finance. Great to see you here, Hans.
Great to be here.
So you continue to make progress with 5G and mobile edge computing. You have this exciting partnership now with Amazon's AWS. Tell us how their cloud computing is going to help your efforts with 5G.
I think that this has been in the works for quite a long time, and we announced it in the late part of 2019. And what it all means is that we actually, with the 5G sort of competences that we have with low latency and all of that at the edge, we're also bringing the cloud software from Amazon. And there, the developers can just start developing straight into the 5G mobile edge compute. That's what we bring into the market. And of course, what is different from any other cloud services is you can get the 5G into it with the low latencies, enormous throughput wirelessly. And that's the big difference. And we have launched one hub right now in Chicago, and we will continue doing that so all the developers get the chance to get the 5G mobile edge compute close to them so they can get the latency and the throughput that is needed for new 5G applications that they're going to develop on sort of the infrastructure that we're building together with Amazon.
So it's in the pilot stage right now. When do you foresee it perhaps going nationwide? When can we as customers begin to use it?
It's not the pilot, it's actually a commercial hub, but it's the first data center of a 5G mobile edge compute. Of course, we're going to build more over time, so our customers, consumers, and the ones who want to develop new services can develop services for enterprises, for society, or for consumers, because it's basically 5G is for everyone.
You know, one of the challenges with 5G is trying to get it indoors. I know, there are issues with trying to get it in a hotel, in an airport, in a stadium. What are you doing to help sort of bridge that gap?
So in a stadium, it's not that difficult. I mean, it's like we have done on 4G. You need an antenna system inside a stadium in order to get that covered. We have already 17 NFL stadiums that actually have 5G inside. We have a couple of arenas where they play hockey and basketball as well. So for us, that's fine. It's more about when it comes to the home. But there we have the home solution, 5G Home, where you take the signal from outside and you convert it inside. Nowadays, you convert it to Wi-Fi inside because many of the devices inside is actually Wi-Fi. But over time, it might be 5G enabled devices. But that's the 5G home that we launched already 2018, where we, instead of doing fiber to the home, we do 5G to the home.
You talk about stadiums. We've got the big game, the Super Bowl, coming up in just a couple of weeks.
2 weeks from now, or less than 2 weeks.
That's right. So
times.
Verizon has now outfitted the Miami Stadium there with 5G, the first one ever. What can fans experience now with 5G in that stadium that they couldn't before?
Yeah, so what we have enabled 17 stadiums in the US NFL stadiums is with 5G millimeter wave. We call it 5G ultra wideband. That's a super high throughput, up to 2 gigabits per second in the phone. Today you would have on 4G megabits per second, not gigabits. So it's an enormous difference. So what you can sort of experience then is, if you have a 5G phone in the stadium, is of course that you have enormous throughput up the uplink and downlink. You can get a new experience. And then of course we're going to have a lot of showcases on 5G at the same time at the stadium and around the stadium.
It's still in its infancy, of course, but when do you expect 5G to have a material impact on revenue for Verizon?
What we have said on the mobility case, 2021 and 5G Home 2021, that's when you will start to see some of the impacts. For the 5G mobile edge compute, it's 2022 when you will start to see some impacts, because we're a big company, so it takes some time, and we need to remember the 4G era, how long it took when 4G took off compared to 3G. The same here, So, but you need to be early on to build the technology, to build the right experience for your customers.
Away from 5G for a moment, you recently unbundled home TV and internet. You now are giving customers more choice with this mix and match program. Tell me why the unbundling and why now?
We want to give our customers choices. We want to give them a choice what is right for them. And I think that the mix and match that we're doing on our cable offering right now is one way of doing it. Our customers, we want them to see how many channels are you using, what bundle is right for you. Ultimately, choices are important. We see over the top coming in, and any content producer in the world right now is doing linear, but they're doing over the top as well. So I think that everybody see where the trend is going. We play as a network as service. We don't have that type of content, so we want to give optionality for our customers. So the mix and match is unique, I would say, in the world where you can start doing it, and that's how we want to be seen.
All right, there you go. Stay tuned for more live coverage at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, right here on Yahoo Finance.